Well, as you can see, I am standing here. Well, this is the first place I came to in Canyonlands National Park. Let me say, first of all, before I comment on what I'm looking at here, the ride from Arches National Park to this park, you know, it should have all just been in the same national park. It's a beautiful ride, almost as beautiful as the Arches. A lot of things to look at, and so the time just flew by. To drive out here was nothing. Nice high speed, windy roads. The air actually feels cool on the motorcycle. You know, when I'm standing now here, it's not so cool, but actually the breeze isn't bad. It's just that sun is hot. But look at this. This is with those mountains in the background, and I'm on the edge here. I'll be very careful, of course. Let me switch my, sorry about that. Let me tell you my thoughts initially here is how quiet it is. Other than my voice, just the tiniest bit of breeze. But you can see I'm virtually alone here. There are cars up in the parking lot, but nobody's really down in this area. I can imagine this could get pretty crowded, but you know, I can feel the heat coming up off of this sand and off of this rock from the sun. But this is the reason why I didn't plan the Grand Canyon in my overall trip. I thought it was a little too far south, and of course it is. But I've been there before, for one thing, and I've not been here. And this is, you know, between the Black Canyon, which I saw, I guess that was yesterday. It seems like a long time ago, but I think it was just yesterday. And now I'm going to ride around this beautiful canyon here. And I think that will, you know, satisfy my curiosity for canyons. But look at this road. You can see that guy down there. Boy, am I tempted. That road actually doesn't look too bad. It looks pretty smooth. Yeah, I might have to, when I get around to that side, maybe I can figure out where it goes. But I don't know if it's worth it, but we'll see. I'm going to check it out for sure. But I can tell you, this is, you know, I don't know if the video picks it up, but the color is really striking. Now, maybe not quite so much in this shot, but certainly over there at the Arches, there was so much color. Now, it's all from the same, you know, from a certain color palette, you know, the greens and browns and reds and, you know, tans, and of course the blue and white sky, but still the colors just are amazing. You know, you come out here and you would think it's just desert, but you know, every place is beautiful. A lot of beautiful places on this earth, that's for sure. I'm so glad I'm getting to see it. I wish I could stay longer, and I have to keep reminding myself that this is a motorcycle tour. You know, the hiker in me wants to just jump on some of these trails and do some exploring. But you know, I can't afford to twist an ankle or really to get any kind of injury. The bike is enough risk. And to be honest with you, I'm seeing a lot more that way. Even though it feels like a kind of a mad dash across the country, in a lot of ways it is. What I'm finding is to see it all so close together, it's really giving me a, you know, a sense of scale and connectedness between it all. You know, just to see the landscape change mile after mile. And again, I have to say, you know, I've crossed the country in buses and cars and of course airplanes, but there's something about a motorcycle. You just feel like you're part of the landscape. You could you feel the temperature changes immediately. You smell the changes. I don't know. It's real palatable. It's different, and different in a good way. And so this has been a treat. Again, the motorcycle aspect of this has to keep, you know, I have to keep that in my mind. keep my eye on the goal. Honestly, I had some real negative thoughts for the first time last night, and I find it. I want to share this with you. I find that it was because, you know, when I was in that hotel room, I turned on the TV and saw the news, and I got caught up on some of the things that are going on in some of the larger cities, and it was very discouraging. And you know, honestly, I can't afford to have negative thoughts in my mind right now. So I got to push that stuff out of my mind and remember the world's not collapsing today. I called home, and Latanya and I talked about it, but I'm going to press on. We're going forward. You know, I'm into this now, and you know, my family's got a good support system at home, and I'm not too worried about them. They may be worried about me, but you know, the only real concern I have is, you know, if there's any more travel restrictions, you know, if unrest grows, that might become a problem. But I don't expect it to. I expect it to diminish, not grow. So pray for that. I don't want that to cut my trip short. It may anyway, just because of park closures. I'm still dealing with some of that, but this one's open today, and so that's what I'm going to focus on. I'll worry about tomorrow. I'm going to enjoy this beautiful, beautiful Canyonlands National Park. So I'm going to walk back. Well, I'm going to walk around here a few more minutes, but I'm going to walk back up to the motorcycle. And coming in, I saw a sign. I think it's something like Grand Overlook or something like that, 12 miles. So I'm going to ride up there, and I'll rejoin you and let you see what I'm looking at. But I wanted to just document that I did make it to Canyonlands National Park. And another jewel, I have to say. It's awesome. All right, so I'm going to sign off for now.